I never imagined that one careless remark could shatter everything I had built with the woman I loved. Yet, that's exactly what happened the night she made a joke about being with my closest friend, right in front of everyone. I was there. I heard every word, and that single moment became the breaking point that changed the course of my life forever. It began as a simple evening at our home. Nothing lavish, just a dinner with a handful of friends, some wine, laughter, and lighthearted conversation. I had been anticipating it for days because the tension between my wife and me had been growing. We had been distant, constantly arguing about trivial things, and I hoped that a night with friends might remind us of what we once shared. I wanted an evening where we could laugh together again, relax, and maybe reconnect. She looked radiant that night. I remember watching her move effortlessly around the dining room, topping off glasses, laughing a little louder than usual, tossing her hair back with the same confidence that had once captivated me. Everyone noticed her charm, and so did I. But there was something different in the way she laughed. It felt strained, almost as if she needed the attention to fill an emptiness. Midway through dinner, the topic shifted toward relationships, trust, and the typical banter couples exchange when surrounded by friends. Someone teased me, saying, "You'd never let her out of your sight." I smiled, prepared to laugh it off. But then she leaned back, smirked, and with a playful yet cutting tone said, "Oh, please. Even his best friend has tried me. Maybe I should have chosen him instead." The room fell silent for a beat before uneasy laughter filled the air. To everyone else, it seemed like a joke. But to me, it felt like a blade slicing through my chest. My best friend, the man who had stood beside me through everything, was sitting right there. His face drained of color, his eyes fixed on the table. The others tried to brush it off, raising their glasses nervously. But I couldn't. I sat frozen, staring at the woman I had sworn my life to. She glanced at me, shrugged, as if to say, "Relax, I was only kidding." But it didn't feel like a joke. Jokes often carry hidden truths, and the way she said it, the fleeting look she gave him before turning back to the table, spoke louder than the words themselves. For the rest of the evening, I forced myself to smile, to keep up appearances. Inside, though, I was crumbling. Every laugh she gave echoed cruelly in my ears, reminding me of the humiliation I had just endured. My best friend barely spoke another word, avoiding eye contact entirely. Meanwhile, I replayed her smirk, her tone, the way she seemed to enjoy belittling me in front of everyone. When the guests finally left, silence consumed the house. She still carried that playful energy, pouring herself another glass of wine as though nothing had happened. My chest was tight, my hands trembling as I asked her directly, "Why would you say something like that?" She rolled her eyes, chuckling. "Oh my God, you're actually upset? It was just a joke. Lighten up." But it wasn't just a joke. It was everything. Her words revealed a lack of respect, a lack of loyalty, and possibly a truth I didn't want to confront. I pressed further, asking whether anything had ever happened between her and my best friend. Her response turned defensive, then angry, accusing me of being paranoid. And the harder she denied it, the more her tone made me believe she was hiding something. I barely slept that night. I lay awake staring at the ceiling, sifting through years of memories, questioning every excuse, every late night she claimed was with friends, every smile I had once taken at face value. My chest felt heavy, but my mind was painfully clear. A marriage without respect is already broken. By morning, I knew what I had to do. I called a lawyer, filed for divorce, and told her to move out. At first, she laughed, certain I was bluffing. But when the papers were in her hands, the reality struck. She cried, pleaded, accused me of overreacting. But the truth was, the damage had been done. The image of her mocking me in front of everyone, reducing me to the punchline of her joke, could never be erased. Later, my best friend reached out, swearing nothing had ever happened between them, insisting he was as stunned as I was. Maybe he told the truth. Maybe he didn't. By then, it didn't matter. Whether or not anything physical had occurred, the betrayal was real. She had stripped away my dignity, humiliated me publicly, and shown me that my pain meant nothing to her. Love cannot survive in the absence of respect. People often assume divorces happen because of grand betrayals, affairs, scandals, or shocking lies. But sometimes, a marriage dies in an instant, with a single reckless sentence that destroys years of trust. For me, that moment was her laughing about being with my best friend. The path to rebuilding my life wasn't easy. There were nights I questioned my decision, nights I wondered if I should have given her another chance. But each time I remembered the smirk on her face and the way she dismissed my hurt, I knew I had made the only choice that preserved my dignity. Now, I stand stronger. That cruel joke opened my eyes. It taught me that love without respect is nothing more than an illusion. That night, I lost a marriage, but I gained something far greater: my self-respect, my peace, and the strength to walk away from someone who never truly valued me. So when people ask why I ended my marriage so abruptly, I give them the honest answer. She joked about being with my best friend in front of everyone. And in that moment, I realized she no longer deserved the title of my wife.